In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 26, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Memphis Grizzlies versus New Orleans Pelicans. The Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans meet Wednesday at the Smoothie King Center in a matchup shaped by long injury lists and uneven form. Memphis remains without Brandon Clark, Ja Morant, and Ty Jerome, and Zach Edey sits as questionable. New Orleans will miss Jordan Poole, Herbert Jones, DeJounte Murray, and Carlo Matkovic. Memphis needs a lift after a tight loss to the Nuggets, a game where role players like Jock Landale and Cam Spencer carried a heavy load. New Orleans comes in after a cold stretch that only eased when they beat the Bulls on Monday, a night when their offense and energy looked far different from the weeks before. Both clubs have struggled out of the gate, and injuries have only made those issues sharper. Memphis has yet to settle into Isol's scheme without Morant. New Orleans has only 3 wins, and those came against Charlotte, Dallas, and Chicago, a trio that owns a combined 18-35 record, with Chicago responsible for half of those victories. The Pelicans just picked up their first result under James Borrego, who took over after Willie Green's exit. Memphis has its own flaws, but New Orleans sits in a deeper hole, with only one streak of back-to-back wins since late February. Home court helps only so much for a group that has not built consistency. As our first pick for this matchup, the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Memphis has hit the under in 12 of 18 games. The Grizzlies sit 24th in scoring offense, 25th in offensive efficiency, and 11th in tempo at an average of 101 possessions. New Orleans has gone over in 10 of 18 games. The Pelicans stand 27th in scoring offense, 26th in offensive efficiency, and 24th in pace at 99.1 possessions. Memphis has stayed under in 7 of its last 10 contests, and both offenses have struggled to create clean looks. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Antonio Spurs versus Portland Trail Blazers. The San Antonio Spurs and Portland Trail Blazers face each other Wednesday in NBA action at the Moda Center. Both teams enter with lengthy injury lists, and each side has to adjust its rotation to stay competitive. San Antonio remains without Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, and Jordan McLaughlin. Portland has ruled out Drew Holiday and Scott Henderson again, and Shaedon Sharpe is listed as questionable. San Antonio has handled its missing players with steady structure and has shown real growth on both ends of the floor, before running into a hot Phoenix group in their previous game. The Spurs played with strong rhythm and consistent execution. They now take on a Portland roster that has struggled with injuries and form at home, where the Trail Blazers sit at 3-4 for the season. A key factor rests on the glass. Even without Wembanyama, San Antonio has rebounded well and maintained discipline on defensive boards. Portland ranks second in offensive rebound percentage at 33%, so limiting second chances becomes vital. San Antonio sits at third in defensive rebound percentage at 77%, which gives them a strong base if they hold position and box out. On defense, the Spurs appear more stable than Portland. The Trail Blazers have allowed 122 or more points in 6 of their last 7 games, which shows how often opponents find clean looks. San Antonio's injuries matter, but the team has stayed organized and has found ways to score with dependable spacing and movement. If Dylan Harper plays, his presence could steady the rotation and add another option. San Antonio has also taken 6 of the last 8 meetings between these teams, which reflects how well they match up. As our first pick for this matchup, the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Portland plays at a quick pace and averages 102.1 possessions per 48 minutes. The Trail Blazers shoot the ball at a low rate from deep, ranking 27th at 32.7%. The Spurs have struggled to guard the arc and currently allow opponents to hit 39.2% of their threes, which places them near the bottom of the league. San Antonio plays at 99.2 possessions per 48 minutes and relies on steady half-court sets more than Portland. They sit in the middle range in both three-point rate at .423 and three-point percentage at 36.1%. Their best chance is to slow Portland's tempo, value each possession, and make the Blazers work through longer sets. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns versus Sacramento Kings. The Phoenix Suns face the Sacramento Kings on Wednesday at Golden One Center. Both teams enter with different storylines. The Suns continue to navigate injuries to Jalen Green, Grayson Allen, and Ryan Dunn, which leaves their rotation thin. Even with those gaps, they have played steady basketball for several weeks. Their recent surge only slowed when a rising Houston squad cut through their momentum. Sacramento sits on the other side of the arc. The group went cold for a long stretch, then flipped the switch with two strong wins. Their overtime result against Minnesota showed more fight than they had displayed in weeks. Domantas Sabonis remains out and Dennis Schroeder is questionable, so the rotation stays unsettled. Reports about possible roster changes have circulated, yet the team still punched out wins over two strong opponents. That spark may be hard to trust long-term, but it did show they can still rise when pushed. With tournament stakes added, veterans on the roster often respond with energy. These clubs met a month earlier in a close contest that ended with a 4-point gap. The Suns have played at a higher baseline for most of the season. Their consistency shows in their defensive shape and their half-court pace. Sacramento has fought to keep up, yet the numbers show a team trying to regain its footing. The question is how these trends fit together when both sides bring playoff-style focus. As our first pick for this matchup, the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Suns average 119 points on 47.5% shooting and allow 114 points on 46.5% shooting. They hit 38.4% from deep and convert 81.5% at the line. They give up 33.8% from three and pull down 43.7 rebounds each night. The Kings score 111 points on 46.5% shooting and allow 124.5 points on 50.7% shooting. They make 36.5% from deep and shoot 74.9% at the stripe. They give up 35.9% from long range and secure 39.3 rebounds per game. These splits outline the tempo and pressure each side brings to the floor. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. It is arguable that the matchup of the night in San Francisco features Golden State hosting Houston. The visitors enter with one of the more unexpected starts of the season, arriving in strong form after a win over Phoenix even though Kevin Durant missed that game for personal reasons and remains unavailable. Houston has leaned on effort and size, and that mix has carried them through a demanding schedule. Golden State sits in a different place. They struggled with a 3-game skid before beating a slumping Utah team. Their rhythm has been inconsistent, and injuries have taken a toll. Houston faces its own issues. Durant remains out, and Steven Adams is on the report with an ankle issue. His presence has helped Houston control the glass and field one of the tallest rotations in league history. Golden State lists Draymond Green, Al Horford, Jonathan Kuminga, and DeAnthony Melton. Green and Horford might return, yet the focus rests on the stars who shape both ends of the floor. Golden State needed a lift and found one in the Utah win, taking control early and never letting go. Their schedule tightens with Oklahoma City and Cleveland ahead. Books still trust Golden State, giving them a slight edge at home. They have covered in 6 of 7 home games and hold a 9-2 straight-up mark against Houston in their last 11 meetings in San Francisco. Houston now needs to adjust without 2 central pieces. Golden State needs stability, and the short home line holds some appeal, yet Houston has played steady basketball. They showed in the Phoenix win that they can hold their ground without Durant. This meeting also brings a trace of unfinished business after their playoff exit at Golden State's hands. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Rockets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Golden State sits in the upper half of the league in pace entering this matchup. Houston may change its approach without Durant. A smaller look with Ben Shepherd in place of Steven Adams could push their tempo. Houston ranks near the bottom in pace, yet this lineup shift could encourage quicker possessions. Golden State has been loose with the ball, sitting 25th in turnover percentage, giving Houston chances at simple runouts. This is an NBA Cup game, and both teams sit at 1-2 in group play. Point differential still matters, so neither side will ease up on offense. Golden State has played fast through the early schedule and has gone over in 4 of its last 5 games. Houston is short on interior defense, creating space at the rim for Golden State. The conditions point toward a game with active offensive pressure from both sides. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.